خلقت هيئة الموسيقى أثراً كبيراً في قطاع الموسيقى محلياً وعالمياً خلال مشوارها في 2024. معي الآن الرئيس التنفيذي لهيئة الموسيقى باسيفيكو. راح نتعرف معه أكثر على تفاصيل مسيرة الهيئة خلال عام 2024. Hello, Mr. Paul. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
First of all, Happy New Year. It was a great year for Music Commission that year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We worked hard, but I think we achieved good results as a team.
Yeah, going through the results, I want to know, like from the beginning of 2024, what was the timeline for Music Commission to approach and to launch the mega projects through 2024?
Thanks. That's a really good question. I mean, for our projects, some of the preparatory work can take years. So with some of our big initiatives like the Saudi National Orchestra and Choir, the preparation work, the training, we're talking about several years' work. When it comes to individual concerts, of course, the timelines vary. Some concerts will take just a few months to put together, others even 2 to 3 years to, again, build the relationships, establish the connections with the right venues, the right other cultural institutions. Particularly when working internationally, it can be complex.
Yeah, and talking about the launching of mega projects for Music Commission, what was the plan from the beginning of 2024? Have it changed in the middle of the year, or with to fit the circumstances, to fit the improvement that happened quickly here in the kingdom? So what was the timeline and the launching of the mega projects there?
Thank you. Yes. I mean, we have a very rigorous process. We have a very clear strategy with set goals and KPIs that we know will support the sustainable growth of the music sector for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So we strike a balance between confidence, relying on our strategy, knowing that our strategy will steer us in the right direction if we stick to it, but also being nimble, responding to changes of circumstances and different events that happen in the world and requests that we get. So again, it's striking that balance, but really everything we do is founded in the confidence that the strategy put in place and signed off by leadership is really a very strong one.
Yeah, could you call what was the first mega project that Music Commission started 2024 with?
Wow, well, we started the year by actually planning probably the last event that we delivered, which was Riyadh Music Week. And that took pretty much the whole year to put into place, working very carefully with our strategic partners, SRMG and Middle Beast. And of course, with all of our colleagues from across the ministry and our international stakeholders and counterparts. So that gives you an idea as well of the way that we work, in the sense that the first thing we plan might be the last thing we deliver.
Yeah, and as it was the last mega project that Music Commission delivered, talking about the KPIs, how Music Commission started 2024 with KPIs and how it ends, and have Music Commission reached the aimed KPIs for?
In fact, I think we actually exceeded our KPIs for 2024 in many respects. We were able to bring on stream a number of really exciting partnerships, both domestic partnerships and international. We were able to build on the foundations of the not-for-profit third sector for the music industry, which is a very, very important part of our landscape. And we also made sure that we were very rigorous in the delivery of our education plans, growth of the commercial sector, the development of licensing and regulatory frameworks needed by the sector, across all of our activities. So education, music industry, and the sort of strategy department of the Music Commission. I think the team worked very well with the support of leadership, and we had a good year.
Yeah, actually, indeed, because words in the air, I hear a lot of people saying that what was the impact of Music Commission, and they are proud of this impact. I want to know, what was the impact on the region out of your perspective?
I think, again, this works on two levels. There's a kind of general awareness, public impact. This is where we do big events, and whether that's the Marvels of Saudi Orchestra concerts internationally, the Fusha Singing Festival that we did at the King Fahad Cultural Centre, or the other range of activities, Jazz Festival. These are the things that the general public tend to be aware of in the work of the Music Commission. But what's equally important is the structural infrastructure work that we're doing for the long-term viability of the sector. And I think the impact there was very resonant and very much identified and recognized, particularly by the big global music industry structures. So I think we're having a good domestic impact. Our work is definitely making waves regionally. And I think on the global scale, we're also making our mark.
Indeed, actually, I totally agree with that, with the orchestra tour all over around different countries, and then with the Riyadh Music Week. So as we are approaching the end of the year and beginning of new year, what's the plan, or what's the strategic plan that Music Commission aims for 2025, and KPIs too?
Okay, so in a word, more, much more, 2 words. So I think in 2025, we want to really keep building the foundations that we've been building. I think that the language that we've been using is that really we're 5 years into the growth sector for the kingdom. And it feels like it's time to move from a startup phase, which, like any busy startup, is a little bit messy and a little bit sort of scrappy, trying to get things done, trying to get things moving, into what we call a scale-up phase. And that's really now that we have a lot more structure in place, a lot more knowledge about where we're going. We've pressure tested and piloted lots of projects. For me, 2025 is where we start to pivot from startup to scale up.
Actually, from the end of 2024, I could tell that Music Commission and music industry here, and also the impact globally, started to scale up already. Can you give a hint? What's the first mega project for 2025? Like a hint or a glance?
Absolutely. Well, I think, a lot of people have been talking or asking us all the time, when are we going to be able to deliver a Saudi Marvels concert in Riyadh? And I would say watch this space. In the coming days, you're going to see a lot of announcements coming out about some very exciting activity, even starting from the beginning of January, going right the way through the year from the Music Commission. So I'd encourage everybody, follow us on our social channels. Do get in touch with us if anyone wants to ask us anything. We're always available, always responsive, and just look forward to engaging with everybody in the community to build success for the future.
As always, we are all looking for the space to know what's new and what's coming next, and we are so excited, actually. All of us, we're so excited. I see people through platforms looking for what's new from Music Commission and what's coming up new for 2025. Actually, that was a lovely and pleasure talking to you, Mr. Paul. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you as always.
Thank you. فعلا كانت مسيرة فارقة في قطاع الموسيقى. نتطلع جميعنا لعام قادم ولمزيد من الإنجازات لهيئة الموسيقى وقطاع الموسيقى.
عاشقين